What is happening, everyone? So I kind of actually gave up on fixing my rear lights. Clearly I am not qualified enough to actually figure out what the hell the problem is, so I'm gonna actually quit altogether in regards to fixing that, go to a body shop and actually get this properly done, because I've already broken my left side that actually needs replacing now. And looking at the prices of these expensive tail lights and headlights nowadays with LED functions are super expensive, so I'm actually gonna not risk it with this one, fix it properly and go to the body shop. And whilst I'm actually there, I might as well actually just showcase what the body shop actually does and how they fix it. And I might as well actually debadge the hideous Octavia badge. I actually had another vRS badge instead of the O. So this whole rear end is just a complete mess and a bit of an eyesore, so I'm actually going to get that fixed. And let's get on with the video. Finally managed to actually get it sorted. The car is finally fixed. We'll talk about obviously the slight imperfection that I'm gonna have to resolve now. However, as you can see, as if it was brand new. I genuinely thought that you can't actually fix this and the whole headlight needs to be replaced. You can kind of see the reflection now and it looks 10 times now. However, I'm afraid that I did actually I did actually break the rear tail lights, and I'm gonna have to get this side fixed. That will definitely need to get sorted, and of course this will need to get sorted right at the top. Sooner or later, the rear lights on this side, you will definitely get condensation or some sort of water damage to, I don't know, to the electric circuit. But eventually I will actually get this replaced. But as of now, the rear end looks 10 out of 10. Of course, it was a quick job for them. However, I couldn't actually fix this side of it because the smart lad who's actually owned this car before me, not the previous owner that I bought it off, whoever's actually done it, somehow have actually glued that vRS badge to the rear end. So I can't actually get that sorted now. I'm gonna have to think about obviously completely taking it off because it will strip the paint, and I'm gonna have to do the rear end anyways. But since I'm at the rear end, the only thing that I need to do is the rear quarter. That section there I will definitely need to get sorted, because whoever's actually sprayed the rear end on that side, they haven't done a good job in regards to the gloss lacquer effect. So it will need to be kind of sanded down, touched up, and of course polished up to bring it in line with the front end, because you might not see it on here, kind of underexposed so you guys can kind of see, but it kind of looks blotchy, and as a result you can't get the shine that the paintwork actually deserves, because the whole front end, it looks 10 out of 10. I haven't got my polarizer filter on that, but that looks 100%, that looks amazing. But the rear end, unfortunately, I will definitely need to get that sorted. But yeah, I'm happy with it. That damage on the left side, it's not massive of an eyesore as it was before, but it definitely does look much better than before, you know. I might actually treat it for a little wash, but yeah, that's this saga of the rear tail lights absolutely done. And now I can kind of look at modifying the car, see what else actually need to get sorted. I can get the rear diffuser in order, I can get the side skirts in order, I can get the front splitter sorted to actually bring it in line with what it's supposed to look like. Okay then, I think I might as well pick up my little drone, turn that off. I thought I might as well actually carry on the theme. So I have actually done a couple of other things to the car, mainly lighting and some OBD11 stuff. So starting with the OBD11, I haven't really done a lot today. Basically, I think the previous owners already kind of customized the car to my liking anyways. The needle sweep, I think it comes from factory inside the car. The only thing that I have actually turned on is the Scandinavian light. They're not supposed to turn on when you've got your daytime running lights on. I've actually turned it on. I've also turned on the interior. Currently right now the interior is kind of off. You know, the instrument cluster, what you see right now, that's supposed to be normal. As soon as I turned the car on, okay, I'm not too sure if you can see it, but the entire cluster dials is actually completely turned on consistently, and it stays like that every single time. I've got that mapped in. Previously, all you should be able to see when the daytime running light is completely on, when the daytime running light is on, is just the needles. And I hated it because every time you had to go through a tunnel or somewhere dark, the interior of the car is completely dark as it is anyway, so it kind of gets hard to actually see what speed, what rev you're at and stuff like that. And I'm not too sure if you can actually see, but I've actually changed the you know, the footwell lighting. I haven't done something crazy like purple or red or anything like that. Warm white. So it's not your typical 6000 Kelvin LEDs. These are more warmer whitish, so they're not that bluish, if you know what I mean. I have also done the rears. I didn't actually notice because they were so dim from factory that I didn't actually notice that I've got rear footwell lighting for your rear passengers. You also have the door cards that are fully RGB, so you get the, you know, the usual stuff that you see in the Golf, Seat, another VAG group as well. So you get your blue, you get your red, your magenta, your purple, yellow and green as well. Not only do they change as well, but your infotainment dash changes as well. And also what I've done is I've changed the entire cabin lighting. Everything is nice warm white. It isn't that hideous blue tinted white LED that I have in my previous Seat Leon. So I did the exact same thing with the rear, and thankfully they actually fit perfectly. On the Skoda Octavia, they actually have it on both sides, so on there and there. Shame that they don't actually have it at the front. I believe the Superb do actually have that. And just to illustrate why I need a big car like this is because I always have massive packages like this that I need to drop off to the bin and stuff like that, you know, the usual skip run. And speaking of the skip, I'm actually here right now. Ta-ta-ta. As you can see, I also changed this lighting over here. Ignore the parking ticket, standard with me, because I always park on friggin' double yellows as opposed to looking for a parking spot. The other thing that I will actually want to change, gasless struts or whatever you want to call them, like on the higher end cars where you don't actually have a bonnet. The other thing that I also want to do is I've mentioned about the whole car, the rear end that actually needs some polishing and maybe some sanding down to actually get that gloss back. But I might actually just do the entire car myself. Currently right now it is kind of caked in this, you know, salt grit kind of thing, so I do kind of need to give it a wash. It does look horrendous around here. But yeah, that's it's a family car though, isn't it? So it's being used properly, a proper little machine. I'm absolutely enjoying driving this car. It's fantastic. It drives the way it should do. You know, it's got the perfect ride height. I might be looking into potentially dropping it just a little bit, because even though it looks okay here, but from low down, I'm not too sure. Comment down below, should I actually lower this a bit, or should I just leave it the way it is, you know? Let me know. This might be a good thumbnail. But yeah, comment down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this little video. It is something basic. The weather isn't really ideal for me to actually do a bit more DIY. I do like the look of this car with some proper, you know, front splitter. But where I live, I do actually have a steep hill, and I'm kind of worried that it might actually might clip. Do want to get a little bit more contact on the road. 225 is just not enough for this car. It skips through all the gears, it flies through it, you know. In third gear it actually, you know, chirps a lot, especially on just some cold days like today. But yeah, let me know about some tire, you know, combination that I can actually keep on the exact same 19-inch wheels. I don't actually want to change them. I do actually like them. You know, when they're on the move, they do actually look kind of smart. I am interested in getting some spacers because, as you can see, they do kind of tuck in on this big boat. So I do actually want to space it out a little bit and change the actual profile of the tires. I'm not too sure if I'm allowed to, because I don't want the speedos to be completely incorrect. So something like 235 40 or 235 30 19. Currently they are 225 35 19. Even though they are super low profile on 19-inch, they do actually still ride relatively nice. But I am looking into changing them over to potentially 235 40, no, to potentially 235 30 19s, or I believe 245 30 19s, all four. So I'm not changing front to back, have it a staggered fitment. I'm gonna completely square out just to get a little bit more rubber on the road. That's it for me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, comment down below, contact me if you've got any questions about this car. And hopefully the weather it does actually warm up a little bit, so that I can actually do a little bit more to the car.